There's mixed reaction tonight from Maui, where Oprah Winfrey recently bought hundreds of acres of ag land in upcountry.
We've been meeting with community leaders, our kupuna, for the past couple of weeks, just trying to figure out what we could do.
This time of need, you want to take care of the greatest need of the people, and that's giving them money.
What I see is the trees. All of them did not burn. And how did a fire cross a freeway? This is in Maui now. Nothing, I mean nothing added up. This is the same stuff exactly that I've seen in California.
Crying. Yeah, it's heavy right now. You should feel that heaviness because this was not a natural disaster. And I would like actually samples taken from the soil. You guys put the screen up. You won't let anyone see what's going on inside. But we know very well that you guys, as the third largest stakeholders, the state, do want that land and can take it when you deem it a natural disaster.
Every time we come to Hawaii, we go up to visit my parents. I didn't expect you.
In a twist that no one saw coming, The Rock's mom has straight up confronted Oprah Winfrey about her supposed involvement in a Maui scam that's been buzzing around lately. This showdown shines a light on a pretty controversial situation that's been making the rounds. It's a tale that not only spills the tea on celebrity collabs, but also leaves us wondering about what's really going on with their Maui project. So let's break down this unexpected clash between these big names and the whole scoop on their Maui deal. Initially, we all thought the Maui fires were a terrible natural disaster, but as time goes on, we're uncovering some shocking details about this tragedy. There's a lot of talk of certain wealthy and influential people being involved, money scams, suspicions that the fire was intentionally set, and even theories involving higher authorities. Among the many names in the mix, Oprah Winfrey's name keeps popping up. Interestingly, it seems she doesn't appreciate all the attention she's getting, and there's some drama with her collaboration with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. It turns out that The Rock's mother isn't too thrilled about her son's involvement in the whole Oprah Winfrey Maui controversy. She was so ticked off about the situation that she pushed her son to address the backlash. Dwayne Johnson, popularly known as The Rock, took to social media to confront the public's reactions to their fundraising efforts for the Maui Wildfire Recovery Fund. In a candid video on his Instagram, he admitted,
"When we first launched the fund, there was some backlash. I get it, and I completely understand. And I could have been better. And next time I will be better."
He went on to express empathy for the financial struggles many people face, saying, "Money ain't falling out of the sky, and it's not growing on trees. And there's a lot of people out there who are living paycheck to paycheck. And I get it, and I know what that's like." Furthermore, he recognized that the last thing anyone wants to hear when they're living paycheck to paycheck is someone asking for money, especially when that person already has substantial wealth. This move comes after The Rock's mother expressed her dissatisfaction and urged him to address the criticism, underscoring the need for accountability. But The Rock's mama is right to be mad at Oprah for dragging her son into her disgusting politics. Oprah owns properties all over the world, with a substantial portion of her real estate holdings situated in sunny Maui. She has a lavish estate in Montecito, California, which she bought for $52 million in 2001. Additionally, she has a duplex in Chicago, a cozy spot in Antigua, a ski chalet in Tellerud, Colorado, and more. But when it comes to the sheer amount of land, her properties in Maui stand out. She owns approximately 1,000 acres in two Maui towns, Hana and Kula. Let's fast forward to 2023, the year of Oprah's land acquisitions. First, she purchased a massive 520-acre piece of paradise for $3.89 million. Then, almost casually, she acquired another 330 acres for $2.47 million. What's really eyebrow-raising, though, is what happened in 2022. She bought not one, but two 10-acre parcels for a mere $100,000 each. But here's where it gets intriguing. Right in the midst of her land buying spree, a mysterious fire broke out. It devastated nearby homes. But what's truly puzzling is that Oprah's extensive properties remained unscathed. This might remind you of 2017, when a devastating fire destroyed homes near her Montecito mansion. Yet once again, Oprah's property seemed to have some sort of protective shield around it. Following that incident, Oprah decided to expand her Montecito property holdings to a substantial 70 acres. In 2019, she even added a cozy 4-acre complex, which surprisingly was hit by mudslides shortly after the 2017 fire. Naturally, rumors began circulating, and some people started to speculate whether Oprah might be intentionally causing chaos, possibly attempting to recreate the Montecito fire's peculiar protection. Just when it seemed like people were catching on to these theories, Oprah joined forces with none other than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to launch a fund. On August 31st, they announced the People's Fund of Maui through an Instagram post. Their mission was to assist the people of Maui in their efforts to rebuild after devastating wildfires that left a grim aftermath. According to Insider, the fires claimed at least 115 lives and damaged or destroyed thousands of structures, with an estimated cost of $5.5 billion in destruction, as reported by the National Centers for Environmental Information. Oprah and The Rock made it clear that every penny donated to the fund would go directly to the residents of Lahaina, a town in Maui that was severely affected. However, the response to their initiative was somewhat mixed. Some individuals weren't thrilled, criticizing them for seeking donations when they both had a combined net worth of $3 billion. On the other hand, some people applauded their efforts in setting up the fund and contributing their own money to it. It's essential to note that some of their fans took issue with Oprah, who is nearing the $3 billion mark according to Forbes, and The Rock, whose net worth is $270 million as of February 2022, also per Forbes, for requesting financial assistance. As an insider pointed out, the $10 million they contributed to the fund represented a tiny fraction, less than 0.5% of their total wealth. Many people are raising a valid question. Why isn't Oprah sharing some of her untouched land with the people who lost everything in the fires? It seems like a reasonable idea to put the land to good use and help those in need instead of asking for more cash. This has left people wondering, There are those who argue that the unusual protection of Oprah's properties might be part of a larger scheme to centralize land ownership among the wealthy elite. They suggest that there could be efforts to influence or manage the direction of the wildfires, potentially with the aim of displacing local residents and making room for extensive development or luxury resorts. While these are certainly intriguing speculations, it's important to approach such claims with a critical and evidence-based mindset, as they often rely on circumstantial information and conjecture. Joe Rogan also pitched in.
A governor going on television after a massive tragedy where we don't even know the number of people dead yet. You have this massive area that's been burned to the ground.
Yeah.
And then he starts talking about taking it over for the state. That's an insane position to take.
It is.
Post-tragedy. When people are suffering at their most, they can't even believe it happened.
Yeah.
As more people investigate the legitimacy of the Maui Fund, there are claims that the initial $5 million contributed by The Rock and Oprah was essentially seed money. This implies that taxpayers are now being asked to contribute to their fund. Some rumors suggest that the funds provided by Dwayne and Oprah went directly to their respective organizations, and not a single penny reached the wildfire victims. Another burning question is why the people in Maui are still waiting for their share when there's a substantial $10 million in the bank. The public is getting quite upset, thinking that these two celebrities should have just handed over the $10 million to the victims instead of trying to collect more cash from the rest of us. Oprah mentioned that she and The Rock used their initial $5 million to establish the People's Fund of Maui, but instead of giving the full $10 million, they set up a system where everyone can pitch in to let the victims take control of their money. The problem is, the initial video made it sound like the Maui victims would receive a direct cash infusion. Now here's where it gets interesting. Some curious fans delved into the Maui Fund and discovered it's being managed by an organization called the Entertainment Industry Foundation. What's surprising is that last year's audit revealed that a significant portion of the donations goes towards paychecks, advertising, rent, and bonuses. This raises questions about whether the fund will also cover the organization's expenses. So, in the end, what will the Maui residents receive? Additionally, the CEO of this organization is earning around $700,000 to $1 million in salary. People have had enough of these two, and they're calling out both of the celebrities.
Now, it's worth noting that Oprah, who is a billionaire, owns more than 1,000 acres of land in Maui, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is one of the highest paid actors with a net worth of $800 million, and neither one has responded to the backlash. What do you make of the criticism?
You're so concerned about what's happening in Maui that you somehow managed to hire a private firefighting team to protect your land? before the fires started.
What?
You're so concerned about what's happening in Maui that instead of taking some of that land and housing even a small portion of those displaced people, you've hired a private security team to keep them off your land.
As if all of that weren't enough, there are rumors swirling around the deadly wildfires in Hawaii, including conspiracy theories about shadowy forces orchestrating the disaster with a laser beam. These posts come from various sources and accounts, often framing their claims as questioning the official narrative and alleging that alternative viewpoints are being censored. In the aftermath of those devastating wildfires, the people who lost their homes are now facing yet another challenge. Opportunistic real estate investors from outside the area are descending upon the scorched land like sharks circling around a wounded fish. What's particularly troubling is that the experts are outright labeling these offers as predatory. Why? Well, it appears that these investors are taking advantage of people's misery and desperation during a difficult time. It's an ethically questionable situation, to say the least. Moreover, in a widely circulated video featuring President Biden, he mentions troops on the ground to address these fires before they even began, which sparks suspicions and conspiracy theories online. Some people are wondering if there might be a larger, more sinister narrative being kept hidden from the public. So, what do you think? Comment down below and let us know. If you like this video, click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be the first to see my next video. I post updates like this every week, where I uncover the secrets of your favorite celebrities.